Now I'll be explaining about, or we'll be talking about this sales budget. Now more I'll be focusing on Salesforce budget. Okay, understand. Sales budget means generally related to product, services, how much I'm making sales and all. More on that, I'm talking about the Salesforce budget, methods of budgeting for Salesforce. Now, the moment I'm talking about budgeting for Salesforce means it may be possible that in that budget, most of the amount is reserved for salesperson's remuneration, salary, incentive, and all of those things. Fine. Other than that, also in that salesperson's budget, budget for salespersons, Salesforce team, maybe included that if somebody is achieving 150%, he will go to Bangkok, he will go to Dubai, 2 night, 3 days. It will be company's cost and so on and so forth. Or every year during the sales budget activity, sales team will go to Goa for 2 nights, 3 days. They will do that exercise and come back. That cost. Okay. So everything is included into this budget for Salesforce, whatever we do in the company. There are different methods. One method, why different methods? Because that money has to come from finance. Nah? That money has to be approved by CEO. So that is the reason budget is important. Okay. And there are different method of budgeting as usual. One is affordability method. Affordability method means management is telling I can afford, let's say 1 crore rupees for this year for the sales team or Salesforce. Now in that 1 crore, you decide as a sales head, you will take 5 people, you will take 10 people additionally, no people additionally, okay, or whatever the team it is there, you will continue with that, and remaining amount of money, whatever it will be left out. I'm just giving example. You can spend in incentive, you can spend, you can go to Goa, you can whatever. That is my affordability to the sales team, which CEO or the top management can say. Okay, understood? This is very simple. I can afford this much. Beyond that, I cannot afford. Thank you. So that is one method. Good, bad, advantage, disadvantages we'll discuss in the third step. Another method is percentage of sales methods. Now, percentage of sales method is nothing but the 2 times how much sales you have made last year. Based on that, I am saying that okay, I will give you 10% of last year's sales, whatever you have done. That is percentage of sales. Let's say that means last year, let's say 2 crore you have done, so I will give you 10% of 2 crore, 20 lakhs for your sales team. Very less, I'm just telling you, whatever, or 20% I will give. So 40 lakhs for your sales team, 60% I will reserve. That is called percentage of sales method. Now it may be based on the past revenue also, it may be the forecasted revenue also. So when we are talking about the forecasted, then percentage of sales method on forecasted revenue. So that means what? Every year we are doing the sales planning. You see that each and every time we are referring that sales planning, sales planning, sales planning. So each and every year, I told you once in a year, generally March, April, that month of time, all the big companies, they do that sales planning, that how the sales will happen, account specific revenue will come and so on and so forth. So that means at that point of time, that point of moment, you are predicting actually next 1 year, how much sales you are going to do. What will be your target? What will be your revenue? And so on and so forth. From where you will get, which account, from which account you will be focusing and you will be getting and so on and so forth. Isn't it? So if that is the case, that CEO can say, okay, fine. You are projecting to me now this year sales will happen 2 crore. I will give you 30% of that. Rest 70% company will take. You do your business. I don't know how will you do that. So in that case, what happens? That sales head will get 30 lakhs, 2 crore, 60 lakhs for his sales team. And therein, it may be included salary, it may be included incentive, it may be included foreign trip, planning, everything. Okay. Incentives, gift, corporate relationship, anything it can be included. I'm just giving example. Salary may be excluded. That is also okay. Fine. It is depending upon the discussion, whatever it is happening in. So that is the percentage of sales based on the forecasted method. Okay. That is the amount which as a budget for the salesperson company, your sales head will get. Fine. Another concept is comparative priority method. Now, in marketing, the same budgeting method is there. Okay. One thing is called comparative priority method. Let me explain you that the case of uh, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and then I will come back to the Salesforce comparative priority model. Now, think that you are the marketing person. You need to spend something in marketing, whether it is maybe advertising, sales promotion, whatever. I'm not getting into that. But how will you do that? How will you justify that? Think that you are the number one company. Okay, Coca-Cola, number one company. How will you decide that? So what happens in 2013 or something, that point of time, I can't remember the date, Pepsi increased $100 million marketing spend against advertising from total budget of $500 million to $600 million. Clear? Pepsi increased $100 million budget, marketing budget, against $500 million. That means 500 to 600 now. Okay, for advertising and branding purposes. Seeing that the number two company, Coca-Cola, also increased $100 million for marketing budget, but not for sales, not for advertising and all, but promotion and distribution. Okay, so now what happens? Company increased that $100 million, Coca-Cola, seeing Pepsi has done it. What competition has done? So in that parity, competitor has increased $100 million budget. I am also increasing $100 million budget. So this is called comparative parity method. It means I am knowing, I have the information that how much a competition can afford. Competition is increasing, I am also increasing equal to that. Same thing, same concept, it is applicable when we are talking about the salesperson's budgeting. So what happens, think that you are working in Vodafone, we got to know that Airtel has increased 1 crore budget for sales operation, sales team. That means they have something in mind that they have increased sales team budget for from let's say 2 crore to 3 crore. Here also we'll do the same thing. Think that our budget is 3 crore. We'll do 3 crore to 4 crore in this for the sales team's improvement and sales team's budget or sales performance budget. Is it clear? So this is this comparative parity method. In these three methods, there is a big problem or big disadvantage. You just think and let me know that in these three methods, whatever you have discussed, one is the comparative parity method, one is percentage of sales method, and affordability method. In these three methods, we never have discussed about what is the objective of the company and what is the task related to that objective fulfillment we need to do. I did not say that. We did not discuss that. So now you think company's objective is different. I am not considering that. I am only focusing on my sales team. I need 2 crore, 3 crore for my sales team. I am doing my own thing. How come it can happen? So this is a serious disconnect and the disadvantages in these three whatever models I have explained. So to overcome that, there is another model which is called objective and task method. Objective and task method. Now, objective and task method means we, the sales team, or I will say the sales head, we are aligned with the objective of the company. That means next 1 year, I'll have to have 30% increment in sales. To have the 30% increment in sales, I need to do this much, this quarter. To achieve that, I need to give the incentive to my sales team. I need to take them to outbound training. I need to send them to entire team if they are achieving to Dubai. So all these tasks are aligned to whatever the overall objectives. So in that case, this is more relevant. And that method is called objective and task oriented method. Clear? Any doubt? Final, last, fifth method, it is return on investment or return on asset, ROA, or return on investment on something like that, or return on asset management, ROAM, whatever. All are same. That means how much I am paying, spending on sales team, what is the return on that? If I am paying 1 crore, am I getting minimum 1 crore return? The answer is yes. Then I'll do it. I am not getting that, I will not do it. I will share with you one practical experience. Long back 2007, before 2007, you know that our incoming calls were charged. Telephone, mobile incoming calls used to be charged. That point of time, 7 rupees, 6 rupees and all. Then it got reduced to 1.5 rupees. Incoming call, outgoing call, 4 rupees or 5 rupees, something like that. Suddenly in the year of 2007, Airtel announced, gave the advertisement that there is no incoming charges. So incoming free. Now, understand what I'm saying. The moment somebody, some CEO is saying that incoming is free, that means he is taking the hit of the revenue. Clear? He is taking the hit of the revenue, but still he is declaring that incoming is free. Seeing that the nearest competition, Vodafone, did their sales analysis and the exercise, okay, and had to offer incoming free for their customers also. You know why? If they do not do, then all Vodafone customers will turn to Airtel. It's a matter of 1 day only. In 1 day, Vodafone will shut down. Whatever say that I am best, we are best customer service, at the end of the day, they will churn and company will shut down. So it was a very mindful decision. Okay, you can say sometimes that competitive parity method also, that they have decreased, will have to decrease or something like that. But here in most important is return on investment. One question that point of time in the meeting, I'm 100% sure, whether in Vodafone or Airtel board, they must have asked to the sales team, fine, you are proposing me that make it free incoming, and that is the reason you say that you are making, you'll be making more sales, more revenue will come. Tell me what will be the return on that. So then I know in Vodafone also, they called many data from data analyst, okay, marketing team, that if you are making, let's say, 100 crore loss in that term, losing that revenue, making that free incoming call, then how 100 crore I am going to get it rated back? Where is the return? And how much return I can get? Is it 100% or is it more than that? If it is same, then why you should do that? If it is not same, how much? Is it less or more? So that calculation is return on investment, return on in terms of asset, and if I talk about infrastructures and all, then we call it return on asset management, return on asset, all of those things. Is it clear now? So this is also one method, that I can spend money to the sales team for sales operation, but how much return I'm getting in on top of that, that is most important.